Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark Lambert from the Theta's Pendulum trading group, where I'm partners with Anthony Marino in our trading group. Basically, I just want to do a follow-up, as I said I would, to the last video that I produced, which was last evening. I've been a little busy today, and, took a few trades, and right now, as it is, I'm flat. Actually looking to, probably put on another trade in the very near future. But anyways, I'm going to give a little bit more color on this particular chart right here, which alerted us, I believe, what was it? I know I sent the, on the 21st of July, which I had sent out postings onto the website that we have, and showing that we're looking for a terminal wave to happen at that point in time. The previous video basically has shown the wave structure that, denoted the bottom along with cyclical timing. It also showed the wave count that brought us to this high, also the wave count that brought us to this low, and now the wave count that brought us to this high, which I want to add a little bit more color to, which when you see the structure building inside of the market, you can actually see where the next trade should occur at that point in time. And I know, like I said, I had posted this up, not with so much color, but basically saying that we had a running 9-wave triangle that was coming to an end, and that should alert us to the fact that the market will be making one more high before it terminates the wave count and then drop back down again. As of this morning, I did take a long, pretty much at, I think it was at the 1329.50 level. I think we're probably right around this level at the point in time I took the trade. Yeah, I grabbed a few points out of it, waited for a pullback, grabbed a few more points. Right now I'm flat, and I'm waiting to see for a gap fill to happen, which you can actually see right here on this particular chart, which we're pretty much getting right to the point where that could be a possible short, even if it's a short-term short, matter of a couple hours, 3 hours, whatever. It's like depending on what the market internals are telling me at that point in time, which is what I'm looking at right now. I may or may not take the trade, but anyways, I'm just going to get into that previous chart just to show how to denote a top. As of the 21st, right now as it is, it's July 25th. 2011. It's 1:15 in the afternoon. Like I said, I'm flat right now, and I'm just waiting for my signals to tell me that it's time to take another trade. Either that, or I just sit it out and just wait for something to complete, and then take a trade at that point in time. But the pattern recognition part is this particular swing that I saw last on the 21st, which I had sent out basically to everybody, saying that a running triangle was part of the mix right now, and that the next wave up should be the end. When you take a look at this, we're looking at, get this back down again. This bottom right here equates with this bottom, and that's just a 1600 tick chart, which is an arbitrary tick chart that basically Thinkorswim allows me to have. I wish I could have a user-defined tick chart, which I can kind of make things work out a little bit better for myself. But anyways, we seen that we had a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, a wave 5. I also showed the fact that within this we also had the Fibonacci projections. Let me redo that here. From this high, the first inflection, down to this point. I'm going to move this around a couple times just so I can show you. Market came right up to a 127.2 fib, and one of the things that we also like to look at that time is we do wave 1 and 2 and project that forward. Came down to a 127.2 fib, came very close. We also want to take wave 1 and superimpose it onto wave 4. Kind of missed the bottom a little bit on this tick right here. Let me do this. Get it down to the tick. Came right up to an 81% Fibonacci projection. And also another alternate that we also use. Waves 1 through 3, superimpose that onto wave 4, which basically brings us exactly up to a 50% projection. But the 81 projection was also the exact same tick anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of the way the chart is skewed. But anyways, with that projection on this wave count, and at the same time, one of the patterns that I really love to trade is this pattern right here, a triangle, because we know that according to the rules, a triangle only appears prior to the last wave. So when you look at it, we had a smaller wave 1, 2, wave 3, went into the sideways moving triangle of wave 4, which means that this next wave should be wave 5, which should be a terminating movement. We had Fibonacci projections that all hit right at this area. This is an unusual, well actually it's not unusual, but I guess like in the smaller time frames you can see this all the time. But just to kind of show exactly what's going on here, we have a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, and then when I saw this action going on, I'm like, okay, we have one more move up before we actually have a decent pullback. Which so far this pullback has been a 3-wave pullback. But anyways, we're not going to get into this at this point in time because this could be a couple different structures that's happening right now. But we have a wave 1, 2, 3, and now I would say that this is a wave 4. I went ahead and kind of like added the labels to this, but the fact is I forgot a couple labels. I guess I could denote this as wave 4 at this point in time and say that this is wave 5, and we're going to get into a little bit more of the structure in a second. But a 9-wave triangle, like I said, a triangle can only appear prior to the last wave, depending on the degree that you're trading. So we're looking at this as we had a wave 1, 2, 3 to this point, and now we're in a 4th wave. And this 4th wave denoted a 3-wave pullback A, a 3-wave drive back up, wave B, another 3-wave pullback to wave C, and then within side of wave D, which is prior to the last wave that can happen in a triangle, which is an A, B, C, D, E configuration, which ended here, we had another triangle that happened also, which is wave A, 3-wave thrust, a 3-wave pullback, another 3-wave thrust to C, another 3-wave pullback again, and then another 3-wave move back up to D, which stopped the end of D, and then we had a very obvious A, B, C, again, to denote wave E. So at this point in time, this would have been a very, very strong spot to take like the last long that you might want to take on this type of trade. And at the same time, when you take a look at it, coming out of wave 3, we have wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and the wave 4, which I'm going to circle right now, is typical. Most wave 4s, no matter which degree you're looking at, has kind of sticks out a little bit to the fact that it's like a discontinuation of the trend where there's like a sideways moving action where there's a push and pull that's happening. And then out of this, there was actually another 5-wave thrust upwards. But to see that 5-wave thrust upwards, we'd have to go down to the point where we're dealing with really small tick charts, but which I'm not going to get into right now. I mean, this you can actually see how this is fractal the way that it's working out. Well, this ended up pulling up to an exact 81% projection, an exact 50% projection, and it was like one tick off of a 127.2 projection, which I just showed just previously. So this is telling us that this is now a very strong area to short. Now, where would you short? The way that we trade, we want to see confirmation to the fact that yes, the trend has changed. You can look at this area right here as being a double top, which, you know, I showed the harmonic grid on the last video, which you can just reference back to. You can look at this as a double top and say, okay, that's confirmation for me to short. Or at the same time, you can also look at this first pullback on the tick charts that breach this previous, this pullback right here, breach this previous swing low, which is telling me that there's a confirmation that we are moving down at that point in time. And then we came back and formed a lower high, and with that lower high, that's like double confirmation that this move is moving down now in the other direction. So I hope that you find this beneficial. And, you know, right now as it is, I'm not going to get into the action that just happened here right now. I've posted up probably a dozen charts today, and I just want to show you that this is basically the way that we trade. And the fact is, too, we also added cycles at this point in time, which just showed a synodic cycle that was telling us that we should have a bottom on this particular date, which is, you know, sent the move up at that point in time. And I also, at this point, I want to announce that both myself and Tony are going to be doing a cycle seminar, I believe, on August 7th. As far as the time during the daytime, we really haven't ironed that out yet. But we got a couple more weeks to get to that point. But we just want everybody to be able to tie in planetary harmonics and cycles, also with the Elliott wave and fibs. And by using all these tools together, you end up with a very strong area of confluence that will, enable you to take really low-risk trades. And if you're wrong, you'll know when you're wrong, basically almost on an immediate basis at that point in time. So till then, I guess we'll see you guys on August 7th. We'll continue to produce some intraday videos in the meantime. And we do hope that you guys find this beneficial. Have a great day.